everyone, Melody here. It is Monday once again, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how I edit my covers in iMovie for my weekly videos. I actually just got done filming the cover for this Friday, which is going to be Let There Be Light. It's by Brian and Katie Torwalt, and it is beautiful, and it's perfect because this week is Hanukkah. Tomorrow, Hanukkah starts, and it's the Festival of Lights, and so we're really focused on Jesus being the light of the world and us shining his light into the dark places, and so I really feel like it's just a really suitable song for the time of year that we are in right now. And so I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to edit this. This is pretty much what I do every single week. Sit down and I have this routine of how I edit these covers. So let's get right into it. So we're going to be starting in iMovie, of course, and I'm just going to open it up to what I see right now. So this is the video that I just recorded here in the living room. As you can see, this video has no editing done to it at all. This is just the raw file. First thing we're going to do is make a beginning screen. What I like to do is take a verse that goes along with the song that I'm singing and put that at the very beginning because it's what it's all about. It just brings things all together as a whole to get the message of the song across in an even more powerful way, I feel. So this is what I usually do. I just go over here to titles, and I usually use the zoom. So what I'll do is I'll just drag that over here to the very beginning. So what I'll do is I will use a verse. I like to go to worshiptogether.com, and if they have the song, usually they have scripture references. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here and I'll either use John 8:12 or Genesis 1:3. I think I'm going to use Genesis 1:3. So what I'm going to do is just click that, and then I'm just going to copy and paste. So Command C is a quick way to do that, and then go back here. Then we're going to press delete to delete the text on the original title screen, and then I'm going to press Command V to import it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the outline off of the text, and I'm going to change the text to Avenir Next Ultralight. Maybe that's how you pronounce it. But I'm going to go here and use that text instead. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger, probably around 58, yeah. I don't want it too big. I like the text to be pretty small. And right now you can't really see anything because I haven't changed the color of it, which we're going to do next. I'm going to click this black little box up here and then drag it over to the white. That way the color changes to white instead of black. That way you can read it and see it. And I like dividing it up a little bit. I might use it like that. I like dividing the verse up like that just to make things look more pleasing, I guess. And so I'm going to put as well the reference. So Genesis 1:3. And I like to use a different font for this. I like using Selima. Hensa is a good one as well, but I like Selima because it has a little bit of a slant to the font. So I'll go over here to Selima once I find it, and we're going to use this one. So I'll probably bump up the size of that, there we go. And I like that. So I'm just going to use that as the beginning screen, and then I will put a transition that will fade to black. I'm going to drag that in between the title screen and the video of the cover. And we're going to come back to this once we put the audio in. But now we're going to scroll all the way to the end of the video. This is pretty much where it ends, as you can see. I'm done singing, I'm walking towards the camera to turn it off. So I'm just going to drag the end further in because I don't need this part. What I also like to do for the end is, instead of fading to black, I like fading to white because my end screen is white. So I'll go to My Media. These are things that I use in most of my videos. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag my end screen into here, and so that it doesn't do this crop thing. As you can see, it's wanting to zoom in and out, but I don't like that at all. because you can't read anything. So I'm just going to click this right up here, the cropping, and I'm going to click fit. See, when it says Ken Burns, then it's going to just zoom in and out, but if you click fit, it's going to have it just set as how it looks right here on the screen. Right here is how it's going to look. So now that we have the beginning and the end pretty much set, we're going to come back to those to finalize that once we have the audio imported to the video. So right now we're going to go in and edit the actual video. It's hilarious where you can go through the video and just find these weird faces that you didn't know you were capable of making. So we're going to go here to the beginning. By clicking this over here in the bottom right, I'm able to zoom in and out of everything that I'm editing, which helps if I want to be very detailed in what I'm editing. So I'm going to zoom out, that way I can just kind of see everything at once, just like this. So I like having a professional look to my videos, and so the way that I've been able to achieve that in some ways is by using, I forget what they're called, these black lines on the top and bottom of the videos that I make, and I just feel like every single time I watch a video with those black lines, it just looks more professional, and so I like having that on my videos. So I was able to go on Google and download some images that would help my videos have those black lines. So I'm just going to take that and import it into my video. As you can see, by default, it always goes to Ken Burns. So I'm going to go back to the cropping up here and click fit so that it doesn't zoom in and out. That way if we watch the video, it's not zooming in and out. I'm going to zoom in. That way I can drag this to the very beginning of the video and to the very end of the video. So dragging, dragging, dragging. A little too far, it's okay. So if you drag it too far, all you have to do is go to where you want it to stop, and I want it to stop about here. That way it's not on my end screen, otherwise it's going to block out some of the things that the end screen says. So I'm going to press Command B to break it, and then I'm going to press delete to delete the part that I don't want. So now that we have those, I'm going to go over here and adjust the color and the white balance of the video. So what I like to do for white balance in my videos is I will go over here to this icon on the very left, the color balance. So I'm just going to click that, and I'm going to go over here to white balance. So I'm going to click white balance, and then the whitest thing in the video is right here on the highlight of the mic. So what I typically do, I just click that, and then you can already see the difference in the color, which I really like. So I'm just going to go with that, press the check mark, and now my white balance is set. That's all I do. It's really basic in iMovie. Anyone can do this. Now what I'm going to do is go over here to the second icon, which is color correction. And since this looks a little bit too saturated, I'm just going to take this down just slightly. Not too much. I don't want it to look really pale, but I don't want the colors to look fake. So I'm just going to put it about there. And that's all I'm going to do for color in my videos. It's really basic in iMovie. So now that that is done, we can go ahead and import the audio, because we have to have everything lining up so that the video comes together and works well. Right over here to audio, we're going to click that, and I'm going to take the cover audio and drag it into here. So this is the cover that I have just made. I shortened the title, that way it's just easier. I'm going to click it, hold down, and drag over here into the very bottom. So first, this is the verse screen, and then this is the video. But what I also like to do is put in the actual title of the song that I'm doing. So I'm going to go up here to backgrounds. I'm going to click that, and then scroll down till I find the black background. I'm going to drag that and put it into the bar right here. So now I just have a black screen in between the verse and the video. So what I'm going to do here is go to titles, and so what I like to do here is I will go to the centered one. It won't zoom in and out. It'll just be centered as the title of it says. And instead of dragging it and putting it in like this, in between anything, I'm going to drag it on top of the background. That way it can go into the video as well. Since the title of the song is Let There Be Light, I'm going to type that in. And then put cover on the bottom of it. And I'm going to change the font to Avenir Next Ultra Light. I'm going to take the outline off, and it's already white. But what I also want to do is change all of this to caps. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to make it bigger, so probably it's a little too big. Let's do 124, and then I'm going to take the size of cover and I'm going to bring that way down. Maybe 80, maybe even, let's do 58. So I'm going to have it like that. And since these look a little too close, I'm going to double space it. Now that we have that, as you can see, this is what it's going to look like when the video is playing. And I'm going to line it up how I want it. So as I drag my mouse across everything that is playing, that's how it will show up, and then it will fade into the video like that. I'm going to drag the audio to the beginning of the actual title. And yes, that means that the verse is all alone, but it's okay. It'll be just for a couple seconds. I'm going to drag that and then move it to here. So I'm going to drag this a little bit more because I don't want it to be there when I'm singing. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to put it about there. But now I'm going to also go in, and I think it would take someone probably 5.5 seconds to read the verse. Maybe not even that. I'd say 4.5 seconds. I don't want it to be too long because the beginning of your video determines how long someone's going to keep watching. If you have a long intro that just is boring, no one's going to keep watching your video. They're going to click on something that they see over in the suggested video. So it's up to you how you want to keep their attention. So I'm going to put this just at 4.5 seconds. Okay, so I like how that looks, but now I need to line up the video with the audio so that nothing is behind. Everything is just in line with how it was actually recorded. And we're just going to take a quick listen. So the edited audio is ahead of the video's audio. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag the title screen so that it's shorter. So I'm going to drag it probably to 3.1. I'm going to listen to that and play. So you hear the difference? So instead of something being ahead or behind of something, the audios are in perfect unison. It sounds like one voice. So once it's lined up together, I can now go over here and drag the volume of this video all the way to 0. That way all that we hear is the edited audio. So if we play it, everything that's happening is the edited audio. Now we have the beginning all together, and if we watch it, everything should fit together pretty nicely. So now I'm going to go to the very end, and what I like to do for the ending of my videos recently is I like it to just black out. So I'm going to go to where I want it to end. And instead of it fading to white immediately, I'm going to go back to backgrounds, take the black screen, and drag it back into here. audio as well. I'm going to just play that. I kind of like that. So I like how that looks. This is what I'm looking at right now. And it's going to stay black for probably 3 seconds. I don't want it to be too long, because if you let it be black too long, they're gonna think, oh, it's completely over, let's watch a new video. But no, you want to keep them around for just a little while longer. I'm actually gonna do probably 2.5 seconds. And what I'm going to do now is put my end screen in there. That way it links to my newest upload or to a video that I want them to see, or something that would really suit the viewer. What I'm going to do for that is I'm going to take a song that I actually wrote called After All, and I'm going to just insert a little snippet of that, since in my end screen you can see over here that I'm talking about the album that I made, and that song that they are listening to while the end screen is playing is a song that is on the album that I'm advertising right here. And once I find that song, which I just did, I'm going to drag in the size over here and just trim it down a little bit, because I know what part I want. Drag it to about there, and then drag the audio file over here to the end of the video. So that's where I want it to start. So I'm going to press Command and B to break it, and then delete to delete that part. Now I'm going to drag this over. I'm going to line it up to where the screen starts to turn white is when the music will start. And I'm going to fade the very beginning so that it doesn't just abruptly start. It's going to fade in nicely. Since YouTube allows the end screen to last for 20 seconds, I'm going to drag it out to 19 seconds, almost there. And that's pretty much good. So now I'm going to drag the audio out as well to line up with the video. And then I'm going to listen to it. And I don't want my words to sing, I just want the oohs and ahs in the music. So I'm just going to break that there and fade that out. So now I'm going to drag that to there. I'm going to add a transition, so we're going back to transitions. We're going to fade to white. So I'm going to put that in. I like how that looks. Just check everything at the end to make sure it looks how I want it to. And I want that to start when the video starts. So I'm going to go here and then drag out the audio again and fade it. So I'm going to listen to that. Perfect. That's how I like it to look. And so now I'm going to go back here, make sure everything's still in place. Yeah, so that's how I like my end to look. I'm going to go up here to the upper right corner where it says Share. Now I'm going to click File, and I'm going to title this Let There Be Light, because that's the cover. And I'm going to press Next, and it's just going to save everything. And that's how I edit in iMovie. If you have any questions, you can just leave those in the comment section down below, and I will get to them as soon as I can. But I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I'm excited for y'all to see the finished product this Friday. I love y'all so much, and I hope you have a wonderfully blessed day. Bye.